Hi everybody, it's Tracie here. I'm going to share with you my junk journal that I created for the group I'm in over on Facebook, Cara, Brandon, and Friends. It was to run from September 14th through September 30th. And Cara wanted us to do, or challenged us to do rather, a Dollar Tree slash kind of stash fall or Halloween junk journal. And the reason why I say slash stash is because a lot of us were having a hard time finding items from the Dollar Tree that were Halloween or fall related. So she was allowing us to use some of our stash items, but wanted it to be more Dollar Tree related. Just because it's more budget friendly as well. Anyways, so mine is going to be more of a fall related one, but I think I'm going to do probably 2 or 3 other ones. And one of them is going to be Happy Mail for somebody because I think that they really could use it right now. So first I'm going to show you what items I used. Hopefully I have it all sitting here. I may or may not have all of them here. I used some of this cardstock. Now, obviously, this is not from the Dollar Tree. It was part of my stash. And I actually got it at a thrift store for $3.49. And if anybody, you all know, Die Cuts with a View is not $3.49, especially when it's almost a brand new paper pad. So I used some of that there. I also used this Hot Buy pad from Michael's, and of course now that I have it, when I got it a month or 2 ago, they didn't have the Hot Buy one get 2 free. They do now. So I used some of that. I also used, I forgot these over here. These are from the Dollar Tree, and I was kind of hesitant at first because they're Dollar Tree, so you never know, but they're rub-ons and they are freaking amazing. So if you find any of the Dollar Tree rub-ons, run out and grab them up. As you can see, this one actually matches that paper pad. So I used some of that. I also used this one here, and I showed you in my last video, the cute little birdie. So I used the birdie and then a little cutout there. And then this one here, I actually only used one, but this one, when I went to stick it down to the page, it stuck, and I didn't even have to use like a scraper or anything. So that's how great these rub-ons are, okay? I also used some of this tulle that I got probably a year or 2 ago, I'm going to say last year, that one of the other admins in the group, her name is Deanne Brandon. I don't know the rest of her last name, or I don't want to try and screw it up by trying to pronounce it, but she used some of this in hers. And then I remembered I had some. So I cut out some of these leaves and I used both sides. And that is from the Dollar Tree. This here is some laser cut crafts, and they are some sort of wood. Earlier this year, they came out with a whole bunch of different packs. And I'm not sure if you can see that. So I used some of those little owls there. And I mean, they had tons of them. I'm pretty sure I showed it in my videos earlier in the year. That too was from the Dollar Tree. I also used, and I showed this. This isn't the pack. I have an open pack somewhere in this room. Harvest Wood DIY words from the Dollar Tree. I didn't use this one, but I wanted to share with you. It's a 9-pack. They had them last year and this year, so I hoarded them because they go super fast. But I did use a couple of the larger one that has 6 in a pack. And then I didn't use this exact one, but I did use some of these. They come in blue, red, orange, and green, and it's a 4-pack from the Dollar Tree. And then, let's see, this here, it says it's burlap. It's more plasticky, but I used that on the front cover. There's also this here that I got at Dollar Tree last year, and this one is more of a burlap type ribbon. It's a wire edged. This one here is from the Hobby Lobby, and I showed that in my previous video. I used that in a couple spots actually, and I paid, I think, 40% off on that. This here is from Walmart, and I used the truck and the pumpkins. And then this wired edge ribbon, I got it at Joann's. I think it was like 60% off or something. I paid crazy cheap for that. And that matches the rub-ons as well as the paper from Michael's. And then in here, this little thing, you can get them at Dollar Tree. I got a bunch of them for my cling stamp storage and my embossing folders and my sizzlers, which hopefully, like I said, I will get my video done soon. It's been like 3 years, and I keep telling y'all I'm going to do another one, and I haven't. But anyways, this has, I didn't use this, and I was hoping to, and I forgot about it, fat quarter from Walmart. I did use some of this, which I got at a thrift store. I used some of this fat quarter from Walmart as well. And some of this one here. This one is stinking cute. And then there is this one here. And then these, which they come in like a roll. They're all rolled up like that for the different seasons. So I used some of that as well in my Dollar Tree Fall Junk Journal Challenge. So, excuse me one second. So my cover is actually a Reader's Digest book, and I just gutted the pages out of it, and I kept it for future use. It's 7.5 by 5.5, and then the spine is 1.5, and that's where I use the polka dotted ribbon. And the reason I did that is I like to have my signature strings showing, but when I punched my holes in my spine, they were off center from the holes in my signatures, if that makes any sense. So they weren't tight. And I asked in a couple groups on how to fix that. And then my husband suggested, he suggested just tight, you know, when you do your first tie, use some tape to hold it down. And I thought, that's going to rip the paper. It didn't rip the paper, but there was extra holes. So that's where that came in. So here's my front cover. And there's that little red truck I was telling you about that came from the Dollar Tree. I had to cut the pumpkin in half. But I glued that down. Actually, I popped it up on one of these popsicle sticks, which I told you in previous videos. You can get them at Walmart. And there's like 150 of them. And I use them for a lot of my crafts. So I did that. And then there's that laser cut Welcome Fall. And I just put some antique wax on there on top of the burlap. And this yellow burlap I got at a yard sale this past summer. And then some bias tape. Now, this here is stinking cute, and I don't know where she found it at, but last fall in Cara's group, we had a swap, and it was a playing card swap, but we had to alter these playing cards, and it just happened they had to be Halloween or fall or whatever. So my partner was Denise McGovern, and I remembered I had all these goodies from her, and it wasn't just the cards she sent me. She sent me this doily, 2 of them. And it's a leaf pattern. It kind of wraps around the back there. And a bunch of other goodies that are in this book as well. So I'm just going to hopefully do a quick run through because it is kind of late. And I have to be up early in the morning. So on the inside cover, I have, and I showed you this in the previous video. I don't have any of it left. But they were from the Dollar Tree as well. And they were little box bags. Like they were chipboard box bags, and the back side had glitter on it. It looked exactly like that, and it had glitter on it. But I wanted this front side, so I cut that off, and it was super, super easy to cut off. And then this here is actually, I showed you in my video as well. I got this somewhere, like at the Goodwill, and it's Hallmark cards, but it has envelopes and cards in it, so I used that in a couple spots as well. So I just put some of the rub-ons on there, a little pull out there. Although it is kind of tight, as you can see. This is that tool, and I just fussy cut those leaves out and glued them on. And then, again, this is my second time doing this video, and I forgot to grab it. But anyways, this little sticker right here is off of a sticker sheet from the Dollar Tree as well. And it says, Hello, Fall. And the little pocket is something I picked up at a thrift shop. And then just some of that cardstock. And I put it on a manila envelope that I folded in half. And these here little pullouts are from Denise from our swap. And they're just the little, and I love these playing cards. They're just so cute. So those just tuck in there. And then also this here is some vintage wrapping paper that I picked up at what my friends and I like to call the Diggets. It's the Goodwill outlets. It's like, you know, the bins I've mentioned multiple times. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's fall related. This is out of that paper pad, and then some rickrack. And this envelope, I actually cut it in half and thought I'd use the other half, and I didn't. And I just glued down the side and a little pull out. And then there's a belly band here. And just, this is from the paper pad as well. And just goes back on like that. I'm not going to mess with that right now because I'm tired. My Kool-Aid dyed paper. And I did a tutorial on that. And it's really super easy to do. More of the paper pad. And then this I thought was a flip up, but I actually ended up gluing it down. But I just love the vintage, I mean, not vintage, but the rustic look there. Some of that trim, and then I punched out a couple tags here and some buttons. And I thought I'd use more buttons on this, but I ended up not actually doing so. And some of these buttons are from the Dollar Tree. They have little jars of them that you can pick up every once in a while. Sometimes they're just all black, and sometimes they're multicolored in there. In the back side of that, there is 4 signatures with a total of, I think, 10 pages in here. This here is also from Denise, and I just cut the paper in half and did a couple flip ups. And then there's a fabric flip up there. You could put a little secret note behind there. The back side of that manila envelope. And then just part of that paper pad. And then here's the other side of that tulle leaf, and I cut it out and glued it on backwards. There's some of those daisies. And then more of that fabric. This is a second signature, sorry. And then I took 2 doilies and just did little tuck spots. This here also is from Denise. And then another little pull out here. And then a flip over and some of that vintage fabric. And there is a tuck spot here. And there's one of those little owls. I just think they're so adorable. And I hoarded those too. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier or not. And there's another belly band here and another tuck. This is fussy cut out of that paper pad. And then from that ribbon, I fussy cut the truck. And it has glitter on there, but that glitter doesn't come off. So I'm okay with that. And this is the center. And then over here, this I was going to use on another part of the book, and it was too big. So I just tore it down and stuck it right there. And the pumpkins from the same ribbon as the truck. Another Kool-Aid dyed paper. And then some of that plaid, or whatever you want to call it, buffalo check tuck spot there. And this one, I'm not sure why it sticks there, because I think it's just because of the waxiness on this paper. But some more of the Dollar Tree rub-ons with that cute little bird. And then we're on to the 3rd signature. All my doilies I got at the Goodwills. I never buy them brand new. Another owl. And then another tuck spot and just some solid with a pattern on there. And then this is the envelope that comes out of that pack there with a little pull out. Now this here, I'm not sure if you can tell, is... there's trees on there. It's my coffee dyed paper. My husband thought I was crazy because last year at Target, they had tree cookie sheet on clearance. And so I got it for that. I use it for other things too. And then a little belly band here. More from Denise. This is one of those little fold out cards, but I made it into a tuck spot. Oops. And acorns there. And I still have tons of stuff left over from her. I was super stoked at all the goodies she sent me. I felt like I let her down. There's more of that Christmas paper, Christmas tree paper with more of that polka dotted ribbon. And then this is the other half of that envelope. I just glued it to the back side of the orange one. And a tuck spot here. And then this here was a card from the pumpkin from before. But I was going to put a rub on there, and like I said, it stuck down before I even got a chance to center it or anything. You don't even need a popsicle stick. That's how good those Dollar Tree rub-ons are. Okay, and then signature 4. And then another page from Denise. And then this owl, there were 2 of them with envelopes, and they're Hallmark cards. And I fussy cut him because I thought he was definitely fall related. So I had to fussy cut him out and put him in here. And another doily. More of that wrapping paper. And then another little chubby little owl. More of those envelopes. And then that you might be able to see a little bit better. And I didn't want to cover this up, the name of the cookie sheet, but I kind of did on this back side. I did a tuck spot here and another belly band. I really love this, the vintage look. And then the envelope here with another pull out. Oh no, okay. And then a just little writing spot there. And then a tuck spot. This is still kind of wet because I just finished making this book. I'm in the middle of getting ready to be in the middle of a 9-day stretch. So I really don't have time for much crafting. You know. And then this is that other Dollar Tree rub-on. And so then on the back this is actually matches the front cover, but I put a piece of paper over it because I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to use the glitter part. So I just put paper over it. And then another pull out with some more pumpkins. So that is my Dollar Tree stash Halloween fall junk journal. I'm not sure that I'm going to submit it for the challenge. I just had fun creating it. It's not as chunky as some of my others, but I still might put like a ribbon around it or something. And like I said, I hope to get another couple, 2 or 3 of them made up, and I will share them on here, as well as eventually doing a video for my room, my tutorial on my room, because it's been like 3 years since I've done that, and I definitely have upgraded and purged and whatnot. So I just want to say again, thank you all for commenting, liking, subscribing, big thumbs up, and you all have a fabulous evening. Bye.